What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we're here today for the week's hottest topics. This is the hottest topics for the week of November 30th through December the 4th. So, you guys, without further ado, let's just go ahead and just talk about what's going on in this week, what's been trending, what's some of the hottest stories. Stick around. All right, you guys. So since I haven't talked about politics in a while, let's just go ahead and discuss. I didn't even take any notes for it. It's pretty much the same shit that we've been talking about for the last few weeks with you know who. He's still going on and on about, he won the election, the fact that the election was rigged, but yet instead in court, you're not producing any evidence. Your people are in court saying that this is not a fraudulent case. So it's so stupid. It's stupid and it's contradictory, because then you have his supporters saying, oh, there's so much evidence of fraud. There's so much evidence of this. There's so much evidence of that. And then they'll say, oh, well, that's for them. That's what they're going to the court so that they can get them to subpoena, get the evidence. No. That's not how court works. When you make a claim or file a suit against someone, you are supposed to provide the documents that shows what you're saying. I don't get how. His people. God, I just don't understand it. To be honest with you guys, I really don't. People are talking about the fact that Biden is not the president. He won't be the president. He won't be sworn in. You guys do realize it's like less than a month before Inauguration Day, right? Like, they don't get, I don't know if they don't see that, get that, or even just really care. And they're talking about, well, Trump has, I said his name, who hasn't conceded. We don't need him to concede to know that, Biden is the president-elect. Like, we don't need that. What else are they saying? They're saying a lot of shit, and it's just stupid shit. They're still saying that the media doesn't, call the election, but yet instead the media called the election in 2016. But then they want to say, well, Hillary Clinton conceded. I wish my neighbor's dog would stop barking. You guys might not hear it because of the microphone, but that dog gets on my fucking nerves. What else? The dog is bothering me. Like, it's making me lose my concentration. But I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just so much shit. And then out there in Georgia, in Georgia, they have the runoff election, which I know election day for them is January 5th. And, the funny thing is, Georgia is a Republican state. It just turned blue, and people down there are getting death threats, and they want people to speak out, like the David Perdue and Loeffler, whatever her name is, Kelly Loeffler, I think that's her name. They want them to speak out. They're not saying anything, so now they're looking at who. He's not saying anything. He's fanning the flames. That's the issue with him. He just fans the flames. And I know that people are saying that he is looking to run for president again in 2024, but hopefully by 2024 he's in jail. This dog. Yeah, hopefully by 2024 he's in jail. That's my hope, prayer, and wish. I know they're talking about the fact that he might give pardons to him and his kids. It is what it is. But I know once you guys get back to New York is ready to chomp at the bits to put your ass in jail for, the tax evasion and all that kind of stuff. It's just, I'm tired of him. Like my sis Roxanne said, he's gonna be a pain in the pussy. He's not going away. Even though he is getting out the White House, the man is not going away, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for politics this week. Like I said, I'm tired of him. I'm tired of his supporters. I'm tired of these Republicans. Like, the funny thing is with me, I don't identify as Democrat nor Republican. I've never identified as that. Because I always found, even because the first election that I voted in was 2008 with President Obama. I voted for President Obama. And then, I voted again when he ran for his second term, and I wish that dog would just shut the fuck up. I voted for him in his second term. Now, what I will say is John McCain, although John McCain was not my pick when he ran against President Obama, there were some things that President Obama was talking about with his campaign that I liked, and then there were definitely some things about John McCain's campaign that I liked as well. But at the end of it, I still went with President Obama. And the one thing that I can say, even at that time, despite the fact that John McCain, he lost the election, John McCain still had a aura of class, an aura of couth. And these Republicans now, it's like they're all up whose ass, and they can't see for the shit that they're looking at. Like, I just don't get it. And it's making me look at the Republican Party so differently now, because you guys are really trying to silence the black vote, number one. And then number two, the next thing that is bothering me is they're in these courts. Like, I saw this one video of this woman who was talking to one of the representatives, and she was slurring her words. I was like, oh my God. And then, they're saying that, with those voter machines, that they switched the votes from Trump. Said his name again. They switched the votes from who to Biden. But here's the thing that throws me off. If that's the case, in the states where a Republican got the Senate, how did it flip one name but not all names? And like for me, when I voted here in Texas, usually before this election, you could just vote straight ticket. Because what I've always done is I just vote straight ticket. But this year, you couldn't vote straight ticket. You literally had to, like everybody that you voted for, you had to individually do it. Because when it came to president, it had who and who's vice president. And then it had Joe Biden and it had Kamala Harris. So you have to click on that. And then like for the judges and everything else, you had to click. Like it wasn't no straight ticket. So I'm still confused about that shit. I'm not confused. I actually know what, he's not confused. They're confused. Oh God, January 20th, please come on. I know they're saying January 20th, this is when he's gonna announce that he's running for 2024 election. Dude, go away. That's it for politics. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So the next thing that I want to talk about, every week I feel like there's something going on here in Dallas. First, it was what's that rapper's name? Mo3 getting shot. Then Boosie came here and got his ass shot, which he's still in clubs with that boot on his foot. Hey, I ain't judge you. And then this past week, I think it was Sunday, because I didn't see the stuff until Monday, where it's a restaurant here. It's called True Kitchen and Cocktails. I think that's the name of that restaurant. It's been a hot topic. It's really been a hot topic here in Dallas, in Texas, and for sure. I don't even get on Facebook, but I got on my Facebook page and I saw all my family and friends talking about it. Like I saw one of my classmates. She was trying to because actually here, like the people that I saw, there were some people who were like, I'm not gonna go there no more. But from what I've heard, it's hard to get a reservation there. And I ain't never been there. Actually, this was the first time that I heard of it. It's True Kitchen and This was the first time that I actually even heard of the place. But I know where the place is. I know what area it's in because it is on Elm Street, I believe. I think it's on Elm Street. Where is it? Give me just a second, you guys. I looked at it last night before I even came on camera. It is, oh, it's open. It's open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Okay. I mean, I will say that the food looks good. I would definitely say that. Why is this not telling me where the place is? But I think it's on Elm Street, which is in the downtown. Yep, it's 1933 Elm Street, which that's in a downtown. That's in the downtown area. So if you're not familiar with Dallas, um, I literally hate going downtown. Like I dread going downtown. I hate downtown Dallas. It's always congested. People can't fucking drive down there. Those lights. So the lights in downtown Dallas are the stupidest lights I've ever saw in my life. I don't understand the streets down there. You can go one way and it'd be a one way street. Then you can, and then the streets are just retarded to me. I hate downtown Dallas with a passion. If I ever have to go to downtown Dallas, I either Lyft, Uber, or catch a train, which is called the Dart. Ugh, downtown Dallas. So yeah, it's in the downtown area. So that's what I was saying. The downtown area, especially on a Sunday, that is Sunday fun day for everybody here. You know, you bar hop. You can go to McKinney Ave. You can go to Uptown, McKinney Ave, Uptown, which is actually those are the same in the same area. McKinney Ave and Uptown. McKinney Ave, Uptown. Cedar Springs, which is the neighborhood. Deep Ellum. Those are all party spots. Like there's this one place that I love to go to. It's TNT, tacos and tequila. Love it. My favorite spot. And it's a restaurant, but it's also, they play, hip hop music. So like actually, I think it's like afternoon, because I went for my birthday one year. So we got there, we were eating, but then after a certain point in time, they just start playing music and you just have a good ass time. This dog, God, he won't shut up. Yeah. So yeah, it's an upscale. I mean, so the restaurant is upscale. Now the thing is, they were in the restaurant playing. Throw that ass in a. If you're not from Dallas, throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass. Like we have a lot of like I love Dallas. The music from Texas. It's all twerk music. That's so funny. Twerk music. It's so funny thinking about twerk because Miley Cyrus is who allegedly made it hot. But twerking has been going on for years before white people. That's so funny. And it's actually going to segue into what I'm going to say in a few minutes. So he's playing, and he's playing Body. That song, I like that song, but when she say body yaddy 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 yaddy, that is starting to wear thin on my brizane. But yeah, it's you playing the twerk music, so you can kind of expect for people to be in there shaking their ass and twerking and dancing. But why are we twerking on the furniture? Like, why are we standing up on the tables? Why are we standing up in the chairs? That is not like if a person comes out and asks you to stop doing that, why do you then continue to do that? Like, think about it as like with your home. Do you want somebody to come in your home? Yes, you're having a party, but do you want your friends stepping on your couch, stepping on your tables, stepping on your bar stools, whatever? Do you want people defacing your shit? No. Now, the owner, I got where he was coming from. What I did not appreciate was his approach. I thought his approach was a little crass and, really harsh. He's talking about get the fuck out. He don't need their money. I'm like, ooh, sir, that ain't the business. But like I said, there's been people who said that they weren't gonna go to the place, but then there are people on my Facebook who are still trying to book reservations, and the reservation list is still booked today. I might eventually go down there, eventually, because I haven't been in that area since my 29th birthday, and I'm 31. Because me and my friends went out to, oh God, what bar did we go to? Because this was actually a bar that we went to for my 29th birthday. I think it was my 29th. Yeah, had a good time. We bar hopped the whole night. We forgot where we parked the car. That was funny. We forgot where the car was. Oh God, that was a fun night. And then St. Patrick's Day. Oh my God, that's what I missed. The St. Patty's Day party here in Dallas. We did not have one this year, thanks to COVID. But yeah, I mean, I get both sides. I get where the man is coming from. You know, it's his business. He wants it to be classic. Which actually, they just showed one of my friends on Facebook. Actually, it was on He posted on Instagram. There's a dress code for the place. No bodysuits, no sandals. What else is it? It's a lot of stuff that you can't wear there. But I mean, I get where the man is coming from. But I think he was right and he was wrong at the same time. But like I said before, you know, if a person asks you more than once to stop doing something, listen to them. Heed what they're saying and just say, okay, you know what? My bizzle, I ain't gonna do it again. Now, the one thing that does bother me is the fact that, you know, people are saying, I think it was him who was talking about, you know, white people, how they go to restaurants and they don't do that kind of stuff. Yes, the hell they do. Have you not saw, like, I'm gonna give you guys a prime example. Now, I know the restaurant was closed, but Andy Cohen's baby shower, for when the housewives threw him that baby shower, did you guys not see Lisa Rinna, Kyle Richards, and Ramona in them on them tables dancing? Again, restaurant is closed, but they're on the tables dancing, and that leads to what other point I was talking about with Miley Cyrus. Like, it's all fine and dandy when white people make shit cool, like twerking, dancing on the tables, but when black people do it, it's, oh, you ghetto, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, oh, this and this and that. It's a double standard. Excuse me, that ain't COVID. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this subject, and we gonna move on. All right, you guys. So on the heels of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 premiering this Sunday, you know, it'll come on before the Real Housewives of Potomac season finale. I did see that the Potomac reunion is only 3 parts. Thank God, because I could not do no 4-part reunion for Potomac. Thank good God. So Cynthia is suing Peter Thomas, her ex-husband, for $170,000. Now, she lent him this money in order for him to purchase a new space. So this is back when you guys remember Bar One. I know it was, you know, I know it was like, people from what I've heard, it was a shit when it was open. But you guys remember, it went into foreclosure, and so when it went into foreclosure, I think Peter tried to you know, get that building, but he couldn't. So then he was gonna get, you know, do it another one on his own. So Cynthia lent him that money for that one. But we all know that Peter never opened Bar One in Atlanta. That he went to, where is it at? I know it's in North Carolina. Is it Charlotte? Is that where he's at, Charlotte? Or is it South Carolina? I think it's North, or I think he's in Charlotte. I think he's in Charlotte. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I think Peter opened Sports One in Charlotte. Who did he open it with? Because he has a partner with that. I know that they were just showing a rerun of Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo yesterday, but I think that was season 9. And I don't know if that was the season when he did that. I think it might have been. I have to go look at it. But yeah, he opened Sports One, and I think it's Charlotte. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. So Cynthia filed a lawsuit against him, seeking to recoup that $170,000. You know, Cynthia's name is on. Oh wow, her name is on the deed for that old building, which went into foreclosure. Now it does say that they found documents that show that Peter is. Somebody called me in the middle of me doing this video. I really should put that. I should have put that on airplane mode. Damn. Once I finish this segment, I'm gonna put this on airplane mode and then go from there. But so I don't know when it cut off, but what I was saying is there are documents that were found that shows that Peter is set to start making payments to Cynthia starting in January of next year. Nigga, you ain't gotta, well, you gotta make payments? I mean, hey, it is what it is. As long as Cynthia gets some money, I guess you say, however I get it, nigga, run me my money. Run me my motherfucking money, nigga. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, and then the next story that I want to talk about is Larsa Pippen. Now, I haven't talked about her. No, I haven't really talked about her. But I'm tired of seeing her. I will say that much. Here's a question I've been having. Wait, did I talk? I think I did talk about her. Did I talk about her with the Khloe Kardashian situation with her and Tristan? I don't remember. But my thing is with Larsa, is she in, wait a minute. Are they divorced? Is Larsa and Scotty divorced? The one thing I will say about Larsa, because I saw this on the Shade Room, I didn't recognize who she was. I did not recognize Larsa because it just feels like at this point, Larsa, Khloe, Kim, and Kylie, it just feels like they all went to the same plastic surgeon and they all asked for the same exact face because I can't tell them apart. Like, can't tell them apart at all. So there were pictures that came out this week of her with NBA star Malik Beasley. They were holding hands. When I saw the pictures, I immediately was like, damn, is she divorced from Scotty? Like, that's the question I still have. Is she and Scotty divorced? And then reading this, I didn't even realize, I had no idea. Actually, yes, I did, because I remember watching it. I forgot that she was a former housewife on the Real Housewives of Miami. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, yes, she was on that first season. And I think that was it. I think she was only on the first season. I don't remember. But yeah. So I was like, is she still married to Scotty? But then it came out that Mr. Malik Beasley is married. And he's 24 years old, which I ain't judging that. Get it how you live. I ain't judging you. The thing that I'm judging is the fact that he's married and y'all walking around holding hands. Now, I don't really care if he is going through a divorce. Like, dude, you a basketball player, you got money. Like, be smart if you're gonna cheat on your wife, even if the divorce is not finalized. Be smart. Like, if paparazzi catch you, your wife can then say, oh, okay, we ain't even fully divorced yet, and here you are with this lady, and guess what, brother? I'm gonna use this shit in court to make sure that I get a good hefty settlement and good child support from your ass. I mean, damn. Motherfuckers just don't really be thinking, do they? And, you know, since then, his wife has now filed for divorce from him. I'm like, serves you right, nigga, because that was really, really stupid what you did. Like, have your girlfriend, whatever you want to call Larsa, have her on the side. Like, be in private with each other, and then once your divorce is finalized, hey, we're in a relationship with each other. I love her, I love him, or we just having fun, whatever the fuck y'all want to say, and leave it at that. Y'all look really, really ridiculously stupid. But let's move on to some small talk, you guys. All right, guys. So the first thing that I want to talk about is stuff that I missed last week because I didn't do it. I don't know if this is congratulations or not, because last week it was supposed to be congratulations, but this week I don't know. So Summer Walker is expecting a baby with London on the track. Whew. But this week, he's a bum ass nigga. He's all this stuff. And I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, didn't the baby mamas kind of say he ain't shit? He's not there for the kids, but yet instead, you laid down with him and you created another baby. So guess what? You are now another baby mama. Now, didn't she have something to say about Future and his baby mama, Eliza Rain, when he kept, Future vehemently denied that baby and then took a DNA test and turns out you are 100% that child's father. In the case of 9-month-old whatever, Future, you are the father. Y'all ain't watched more in so long. Because it got to the point where like that was what almost every episode was, a paternity test episode. It's either a paternity test episode or an episode about badass kids, or I'm sleeping with your brother, your cousin, somebody in your family. Oh God. Speaking of. Oh shit. I'm finna put my family business out there. Speaking of Maury, oh my God, I just forgot about this. So, in my family, now see, here's the thing about me. I'm adopted within my family. So, my aunt, my mom who raised me is actually my maternal aunt. So, a few years ago, when I was in college, I think this was like 2012, my birth mother's sister, she was on the episode of Maury. I had forgot about it, and it was so embarrassing. It was the most embarrassing thing that I have ever saw in my life. Oh God. Cause I was at my grandmother's house, and some of her church members called, talking about. So my grandmother's name is Viola, which is tattooed right here on me. So one of the church members called, and she was like, Viola, is that your granddaughter that's on TV? And my grandma didn't know. We called her Big Mama. She didn't know. So we were in the living room. Me and my cousins, we were in the living room. We were watching it. We were cracking up. And I'm gonna tell y'all what the episode was about in a few minutes. But we were cracking up, and my grandma didn't know anything. So she called my older cousin in her room. She said, "Turn it on Maury," because it was still on there. So she turned it on there, and she was like, my grandmother just shook her head. So the thing was, my cousin slash aunt, she's actually my aunt, but I call her, since I've as a kid, they were my cousins. So I still say my cousins, but technically she is my aunt. So she and her husband went on the Maury show. They went on the Maury show, and it was a paternity test episode. And we asked her, why did she do it? She just did it she did it for the money. So we asked her, why did she do it? So it was a paternity test episode. She, her husband, I don't know who these other two people were. Never saw them a day in my life in my hometown. So the story was, she was no, she wasn't. Well, actually, yes, she was. So the story is, with her husband, she has some, I don't forget how many kids she has with her husband, but they have nothing but girls. So she has kids before her husband, by the way, but she had just had a baby. So the thing was, the guy and the girl that they went on a show with, they were supposed to be friends with each other. She slept with him. She slept with the friend, the male, and she was going there to tell her husband and her best friend, which the woman wasn't her best friend. I don't know who that woman is, because I actually know who her friends are in real life. Never met that woman a day in my life. So they were supposed to be best friends, and she was coming there to tell them that she slept with the man. She slept with her best friend's husband. And she didn't know who the father was of the child, which was a complete lie. She knew who the father was. It was her husband. She hadn't been with anybody else but her husband. So that was a complete lie. So they did the DNA test. The suspense. I'm like, me and my family, we was in there watching like, this shit is really fake. Because you know how Maury does it. He has the test results, and they go to commercial break, and then they come back. I'm like, for the people who know her, this ain't nothing. We know what those test results are going to say. So the test results revealed that her husband was the baby's father. I'm like, we knew that. And then the gotcha was she was pregnant again and she didn't know who the father was. So Maury said, we'll see you back here in 9 months. She's like, yep. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, bitch, you know that who shot, because supposedly they had still slept together when she got pregnant with the next baby, but it was a complete fucking lie. It was a lie. It was a lie. But that shit was funny as hell to me and my cousins, but my grandma was embarrassed, which it was embarrassing to think about, because we're from a small town. Everybody pretty much knows everybody. And the fact is, people knew my family's last name, and they literally called my grandma's house. But she had told certain family members before she went on the show that she went there. She didn't tell us what she went on the show for. And when we saw, I'm like, this is some Jerry Springer shit. Like, this is fake. We knew it was fake because her husband, without a doubt, we knew that was the baby's father. They had been married at that point for what, they had been married for a while, for a few years, about 2-3 years maybe. I couldn't get over that shit. But back to the small talk. Gave y'all a little story time in that. So also congratulations are in order to Fantasia and her husband, who are expecting a child together. And then congrats go out to Tiffany Pollard, who she revealed on the I Love New York reunion show. She's engaged. And also congratulations go out to Jbsayzwhat, who was engaged. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is the Wendy Williams biopic. They showed the trailer for the movie, and the actress who plays Lily on The Oval, Sierra Payton, she's going to be playing Wendy Williams. The trailer looked pretty good. I will say that they got Wendy down to a T with them big ass titties and that body frame. They did a good job with it. I will be watching it, and I am going to live tweet about it. It comes out January 30th on Lifetime. And I'm gonna live tweet it. I'm gonna review this shit. I'm gonna have fun that night. But you guys, that is gonna wrap it up this week. As always, we do this every single week. Try to do this at the same time. It's always the same place. And until the next time, you guys, do me a solid favor. As always, remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, socially distance, and we'll be good, you guys. Also, you guys, I'm not going to put it in this video, but you guys know I do have a product that I am affiliated with. There is a video for it that you guys can go check it out. It has my links in there as well. Also, if you guys want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Twitter at Jbsayzwhat1. You can find me on Instagram at Jbsayzwhat as well. And you can find me on Snapchat. I don't know that one by heart, but it'll be in the description bar below. Everything is always in the description bar, my email, everything. So you guys, until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Actually, I'll see you guys tonight for Life After Lockup. Bye, guys.